the car slips out of gear, it will roll into the curb. If you're parking uphill, you turn the front wheels to the left. If the car rolls out of gear, it will roll backwards all the way around. The point in which your brakes begin to work and stop is called the braking point. So you need to know this. And I can tell the driver's ed car is probably going to need some brakes because I'm very sensitive to how the car stops. And we really need a new front tire on the right side because I was confident with my student and we have a heavier, larger car and it can handle better. It handles really good in the snow, really good in the rain, and you will feel comfortable in a bigger car. Completing a turn requires you to gently accelerate halfway through the turn. A lot of you will slam the gas, slam the brake, and then the car jerks, and then you jerk. So you want to be smooth in the turns. Next, before shifting from park to drive, you should press down on the brake pedal. The car will not go into gear until you press the brake pedal. It's a safety feature. Next, hand over hand steering involves pulling the steering wheel down with the other hand coming across and over. So if you interview your parents, about 80% will do hand over hand steering. Some of your parents drive with one hand. Some of your parents drive with the knee. For your test, you need to have both hands on the wheel. I admire Blake. Blake drives with one hand. I would prefer Blake to use two hands. Blake has good control. Blake is the fourth kid in the family or third kid in the family. Blake, I'm putting you on the pedestal today, Blake. You the big boy. You up at the top, Blake. I got you, Blake. Blake can kind of get away from that, but I'm scared if Blake's hand slips and, oh no, right? I'm scared, but I support Blake. And Blake will listen. He's coachable. Blake wants to get better. Do you want to get better? You don't tell me, you show me in the car when I drive you. Next, making proper turns depends on steering and speed control. Let's talk about Emily for a second. She had a nice first drive. She was going in a little slower, a little faster. Her speed control was off. The steering was on point. So your steering and speed control need to be very similar. Let's talk about making a right turn. You cannot make a right turn at 20 miles an hour. You're going to go in really hard and have to crank that wheel. The rear of the car will spin out. In the wintertime, we've done a complete 360. You're like, really? It's dangerous, bro. Don't do that, okay? And a lot of cars tailgate us. So you got to go in slow, look and check traffic, and then accelerate out. I really want you to become good drivers. So I need you to type in one thing you learned and one question. All of you need to type in one thing you learned and one question about this so we can move forward. One thing you learned about this information.
Where should we submit that?
Just type it in the chat. Chat should work. I want to make sure. Yes. Type in one thing you learned and then one question. Okay, all of you should be putting in a question. If you really want to learn, you put in a question. Okay, you got two OG instructors here who are going to give you honest information. Okay, put a Q, one question. I give you an example. We keep it moving. And then what I want to do is show you some other videos. I need to because more of you are driving. Remember, I drove half of you and you did pretty good. The other half of you, I don't know you yet. I don't know the car, okay? And I really want you to do a good job. And if you feel comfortable with me, you can say, hey, I'm scared. It's okay, I got you. I can tell when you're scared in the car. The young lady that was driving today on the expressway, she was scared. She kept looking at the speedometer and kept going 10 under. And I saw a semi-truck behind us. I said, please step on the gas. Please look ahead. I didn't tell her speed limit because if I did, she would stare at the speedometer and lose speed. On the curves, she was hugging the left, going out wide, almost about to hit the wall. I had to turn the wheel back slightly, okay? And again, I want you to drive good. All of you may know how to physically drive, but you may not understand the physics, the maneuverability of a car. There's some really tight curves. There's some roundabouts. I'm taking you on all the hard roads. I'm supposed to, because I want you to be good drivers. And once those of you who are driving a week from now or 2 weeks from now, it's okay. But you've got to meet those expectations. And I'll shout out Blake because he did a good job. I'll shout out Emily because she did a good job, because I'm proud of you. I'll shout out Ben because he did a good job, okay? And I want you to be excited to learn how to drive. I'll shout out Grace because she did a good job, okay? You got to know how to park. You got to know how to back in a driveway. You have to know what to do at a yellow light. If it's safe and you can stop in 3 seconds, you stop safe. If you can't, you proceed with caution. More cars and trucks run lights. The struggle is real. I don't want to get hit. I want you to do good. I don't want to die. I've had always positive manifestation. We've never gotten hit making a left turn. And I'm praying in my career, we never will, because I don't take chances with you. Because some of you might miss the gas or you might panic, okay? So we're going to look at some of your questions. I ask you to put questions in. I'm going to keep this quick. I'm going back up to the top. What do you need to do to hand over hand? You just turn your hand over hand. Turn and pick up. Turn and pick up. A lot of students make it too hard. They become mechanical. Just turn and pick up. This is why we do the figure eights in a school parking lot. You go in slow, you pick up. Emily was learning how to drive. I know where to take her, okay? Grace knows how to drive. I know where to take her, okay? Blake knows how to drive. I know where to take him to make him better. So you gotta learn that maneuver to back in a driveway, to parallel park. Now, Blake is good enough. He can turn the wheel really fast in parallel park. But I know that's not the most efficient way, okay? And I just want Blake to be more efficient, okay? Let's keep moving. You do like a half turn, making a left turn. Some left turns are really short and sharp. You've got to do a complete hand over hand to get the car in the nearest lane. A lot of beginners turn too short. You're going to cross the double yellow, hit a car. Now we got to call corporate. Now we got to call an ambulance. Now you fail. So I can show you, and in some cases, we make left turns. I can take you on a route. It's all left turns. Hold on. Let me go there. It's all left turns. Okay. Counterclockwise. I can take you where we can make all left turns. And once you understand, you're like, thank you. I got it. So a left turn feels smooth, accelerating through. A left turn is not jerky, but you're going to make jerky left turns. Will we drive in harsh weather? We had a tornado a few weeks ago and a rainstorm. 2 students canceled, but I had 2 students drive at night. It was a flood on the road. We did okay. It's the summer. We're not expecting any snow, right? We live in the Midwest. You guys are in the summer. You're chilled. Your hard weather will be in the wintertime with your mom and dad. So probably rain. And if it's too dangerous, we won't drive. Remember, I set my schedule up. If the car breaks down or you get sick or I get tired like today, I've been driving since 6:30 this morning. I'm dead, bro. I got a little caffeine drink from a little coffee place. I'm dead tired, but I'm here for you. I helped out another teacher, but I can't work like that every day. It's about stacking money, but it's about mental health too. When parallel parking tight, how do we know? Well, it will fit. First, you want to look at the space. If your car is too big, it's no sense in squeezing it in there. But we go to downtown areas where you really have to master parallel parking. You line up, you reverse back halfway, you turn your wheel all the way to the right. The rear will go in at a 45 angle. Once you're halfway, turn back, you're about 12 inches from the curb. I'm going to have you do it 5 times. The first one, you won't know what to do. The second one, you'll start to understand what to do.